Okay, so let's have the sample problem. Actually, this is similar with our first sample problem earlier, which is we need to determine if this given beam section can be adequately support our demand loadings natin. So for this sample problem, what we have here, compute the utilization ratio for a 4 pieces of 24 millimeter diameter of reinforcement of the beam shown and the maximum design moment of the given beam, which is a fixed supported beam with a ultimate uniform load of 60 kilonewton per meter with a length of 8 meters. So assume that our FRMC is equal to 21 megapascal and the Fy is equal to 420 megapascal. So ibig sabihin lang nito, utilization ratio, you need to determine first the capacity and then yung demand ng ating beam. So i-divide lang natin siya and ideally kapag mas mababa sa 1, ibig sabihin lang po nun, this is adequate. Kapag lumagpas po siya sa 1 or greater than 1, this is inadequate. Okay? So first, hanapin muna natin yung section capacity ng ating given dito. Okay? So preliminary steps natin dito, we need to determine first what is the given effective depth. So clearly stated or clearly projected na dito sa ating sample problem that our effective depth is equal to 695 millimeters. However, the next preliminary steps that you need to consider here is the area of compression block. Since kung makikita ninyo na yung figure natin, it has a offset dimension, ibig sabihin, composite po yung shape ng ating section, possible kasi na mag-underfall siya nung ating case number 1 na kung saan it can be less than yung makukuha nating value ng A by 130 millimeters. Pwede po yun. Which means kapag kukunin natin yung kanyang area of compression block, you need to just simply use the area of a rectangle, which is base times height or dito sa ating figure 440 times A. Ngayon, second case tayo. Sa ating second case, possible din kasi na yung value ng A natin ay lumagpas ng ating offset dimension ng 130 millimeters. So anong ibig sabihin lang yan? Ibig sabihin lang nito, para makuha mo yung area of compression block na nakikita natin dito, is hahatiin mo siya sa dalawang shape. Yung first shape, yung nasa itaas, this one, which is kapag kinuha mo yung area, this is just simply 440 multiplied by 130. As is lang yon kasi taas lang naman yon. However, pagdating natin sa baba, para mapalabas natin to in terms of A, yung height na natira dito, what you need to do here, you need to subtract the value of A dito sa ating offset dimension ng 130. And then, yan yung magiging height natin, no? So, magiging A minus 130. Then, para makuha mo yung area, since yung ating width dito sa ating portion na ito is 130, you need to multiply yung height na nandito. That's why yung second area of compression block under this second case, this is just simply A minus 130 multiplied by the width of 130. So yan yung pwede nating maging formula for the area of compression block under these two cases natin. So of course, let's proceed with our first step, which is we need to determine first the assumption for our steel failure. So of course, ang gagawin ko dito is I will assume that my steel will yield. Ibig sabihin, my rebar strength can be greater than or equal to the Fy. Our Fy here is 420 megapascal, so I will assume this value. For my beta 1 or for my value for the stress block factor, this is dependent on the value of our F prime C. My F prime C here is 21 megapascal, so that my beta 1 is equal to 0.85. Okay, ngayon, nasa assumption tayo for the steel failure. So, in terms of my compression block, ang i-assume ko ngayon dito, yung case number 1. Ibig sabihin lang po nun, hindi po lalagpas sa 130 millimeters yung magiging area natin dito. Okay? So, this is my, kumbaga, ang next na gagawin natin dito para ma-incorporate natin yung ating first case is I will now use yung equilibrium compatibility natin. Of course, in general, yung para sa ating non-rectangular sections. And then, substitute lang natin yung na-derive nating area of compression block para dito sa ating first case. Of course, best to assume that our steel will yields. So of course, isubstitute lang natin yung mga ibang given na ginamit natin dito, and we need to solve first what is the value of A. So yung value ng A natin dito under this first case and under this first assumption, this is now equal to 96.768 millimeters. Ibig sabihin lang po niyan, sa binabantayan nating offset dimension na 130 millimeters, hindi po siya lumagpas. Ibig sabihin lang po niyan, tama po yung ating case assumption in terms of area of compression block. Kaso, hindi pa tayo pwede matapos dito kasi we need to confirm if our reinforcement will yields dito sa ating unang assumption. So, hanapin din natin yung value ng height ng ating compression stress block, which is equal to 113.844 millimeters. Okay? Which means ito yung magiging tamang case assumption natin. But first, we need to determine if our value of C will yield sa ating inassume kanina. Okay. So let's have the second step, which is we need to check for our assumption. So under this formula for our reverse strength, and then substitute everything sa mga nakuha natin, especially on the effective depth and dito sa ating value of depth of compression block. So makukuha nating reverse strength dito is now being 3,062.893 megapascal, which means this is more than 420 megapascal. Ibig sabihin lang po niyan, yung inassume natin in terms of reverse strength is yields. Ibig sabihin po niyan, tama na po or enough na yung ating assumption dito sa ating value ng A, which is hindi siya lumagpas sa ating 130 mm. At the same time, yung ating yielding strength or the reverse strength will yield. So tama nga yung ginawa natin kanina, no? So yung next na gagawin natin dito, if tama yung mga conditions natin, we can now determine the strength reduction factor, which means under this condition, so ibig sabihin lang nito, i-compare pa natin yung ating reverse strength between 1,000 and 400 megapascal. Kaso, lumalabas dito na since yung ating reverse strength dito is 3,062.893 megapascal, this is also greater than 1,000 megapascal. So that our strength reduction factor here is now equal to 0.9. Okay? Ngayon, proceed naman tayo sa ating flexural strength. Ang kinagandahan lang dito sa ating magiging formula for our flexural strength is yung ating area of compression na nakikita dito, it's less than 130 millimeters in terms of height. Ibig sabihin lang po nun, yung magiging formula natin dito, especially for the area of compression block, hindi na natin siya kailangang hatiin sa dalawa. No? As you can see here, this is also this is a one piece of area of compression block. Hindi na natin siya kailangang hatiin sa dalawa. So ibig sabihin lang nun is yung ginamit natin kanina for the assumption for our area of compression block as is lang po yun sa ating substitution later on. Okay, so ito yung magiging ultimate strength natin para sa ating given section. So obviously, this is applicable sa non-rectangular sections natin. That's why kung makikita nyo dito, yung, especially in this moment arm natin, ang ginawa ko dito, ni-utilize ko lang yung A over 2. Okay? So substitute ulit natin yung mga iba nating given or expand lang natin ng maigi. So para makuha natin dito yung value for our ultimate flexural strength, which is this one. So makukuha natin ditong ultimate strength or our moment capacity here is 442.294 kilonewton meter. Okay? So, di pa tayo dyan natatapos kasi kailangan pa rin natin kunin dito yung ating moment demand. So, yung moment demand natin, since yung given natin dito is a fixed support beam with a uniform load, gagamitin natin tong formula na to in the determination of the maximum moment natin. Okay? So yung maximum moment natin, which is substitute lang natin directly. By the way, yung uniform load natin kasi dito, naka-maximum na rin po siya. Okay? That's why hindi na natin kailangan gumamit dito ng load combination. So anyway, our maximum moment, which is this will be our demand, this is now equal to 320 kilonewton meter. So, ibig sabihin lang po nun, pwede na tayong gumamit ng utilization ratio, which is demand over capacity. So, substitute natin once again. So, ang lalabas ngayon dito for our utilization ratio, this is now equal to 0.724, which is this is less than 1. Ibig sabihin lang po niyan plus, this is adequate. So this is our sample problem for the analysis of non-rectangular sections.